Alright guys, so what we're going to do here is that I want to show the last feature is called A/B testing. And the last, basically what you can do with it is that you can assign random features to players. And you can see how they behave, if they like it or not, in terms of review. So you can assign random things to the players. Now, the next thing we can do is that to create an A/B feature, we're just going to call this red versus blue, for example. And I'm just going to call feat1 just to make it easy. And here we can add the variants. And we can add, for example, the percentage versus that one. So for example, I can do something like, let's say, blue. And this one can be red, right? And I can create this experiment. Now, I need to make sure it's running. And on here, we just need to go to the quick feature. So what I did here is that I just duplicated a button. I hooked up to the event. When you click on the event, I added this quick feature AB config. Make sure you are logged in. You're going to create an event callback. Don't worry about this. The thing you want to test here is very simple. You want to get active variant. Which one is the active variant for the player? In this case, we can do print. And I'm going to add it hello. Right, and I'm just gonna put this slug here. Make sure you know the slug, right? And now I can go back and I can do things like, for example, like this, and I press submit, and let's see which one the player have by default. A/B test variant A. All right. Now let's just try to log in with another account, and I think we have another account, so I can go back here to players. I have test this one. And I'm just going to add one here as well. Let's check. Control. Right, so we have here now 2 variants. So let's go back here. And you can see that they're like both kind of assigned. So we have a control and we have a variant A, right? Like very generic names. So now what you can do is something like, for example, right? If this equals, let's say, let's just gonna do something like simple, right? If this equals, in this case is variant A, if this equals variant A, we want to make sure that A/B test button is blue. So we can set, I think it's color or something, and opacity. And here what I'm going to do is just do a select. It's easy to work with a select. I'm going to add it here. And if it's true, I want to be blue, right? Or whatever the value you want to set. Otherwise, it's going to be red. Okay? Or in this case, the orange color. Now, let's see. So if I log in with this user, what is the button color is going to be? You see? Orange. Now, if I log in with the other user, right, and I can do something like that, I can change the color. So it kind of behaves in a, let's say, proper, say, A/B test, all right? So it's a generic way. And that's pretty much, guys, how I wanted to show. I think this cover almost 90% of this asset. There will be more features as well. We have feature flags as well we want to add, so we can turn on and off features for certain players. There's one thing I haven't covered, which is the webhook. And this, it's for things like, for example, right? So we are going to create here, like, there's this website called the webhook test, right? That you can test a webhook online. So for free, and basically you can copy that, right? And you can come here and you can add your webhook, and every time that we have, let's say, something happening, we can kind of create a webhook, right? So for example, now if I go back to my game and I add a webhook for this and log in, I should, in theory, receive a webhook because I just logged in, okay? And this is really cool. So for example, imagine now that you are building a feature where you have to reset a password, all right? And there's one thing that we can do here on the register, that instead of registering the user, I am just going to do a quick password reset, right? And on this case, we're going to put the user email here, right? I'm going to compile and save. And I'm going to do something like that. So I'm going to go to register, and I'm going to add my email, and I'm going to press submit. And now, look at that. We have, the latest one is this, and we have password reset, and it has the UID, the name, and the reset token, and it has a code as well. So this is what you would forward to the player. There is a feature that I want to add, which is basically we created a page for you, so you can actually don't have to worry about webhooks. But this is something that we're still kind of working out a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and this is really a cool feature. Let me know what kind of cool things you wanted to see on this project to make your life as a developer easy. And I hope you guys enjoy it.